There was a time when music wasn't just sound, it was soul. It wasn't just background noise, it was the foreground of your spirit. You didn't just hear it, you felt it. A Marvin Gaye hook could make your chest ache. A Nina Simone lyric could rip your silence open. A Donny Hathaway bridge could make a grown man cry. Music once spoke to the deepest part of us. Now, it feels like something's missing. What happened to our music? Music is not just entertainment, it's a language. One of the oldest, purest languages on earth. Long before textbooks and institutions, our ancestors communicated with rhythm, with melody, with vibration. It opened portals, healed wounds, carried memory, rebalanced energy. Our drums weren't just instruments, they were vessels. Our harmonies weren't just pretty sounds, they were alignment. Our elders knew this. That's why the old soul music hit different. It wasn't just technique, it was intention. They sang truth, they sang prayer, they sang protest, they sang freedom. You could feel the spirit of a people woven into every note. So what happened? Just like they diluted our food, our education, our history, they diluted our music, slowly, strategically, intentionally. The soul got replaced with formula. The intention got swapped for algorithms. Message gave way to marketability. They took sound that was sacred and repackaged it into something consumable, disposable, predictable. They knew music could move nations, stir revolutions. So what did they do? They sanitized it, gutted it of its roots, made it numb, turned medicine into noise. Let's talk about the industry. Music used to be curated by people with soul, DJs who knew records, A&R reps who trusted their gut, artists who answered to their calling, not a contract. But now, playlists are made by AI, charts are rigged by bots, labels chase trends, not truth. Everything is designed for click-throughs, not consciousness. Even the live show isn't the same. We traded instruments for auto-tune, storytelling for spectacle, vulnerability for vanity. They don't want artists anymore, they want influencers. They don't want truth-tellers, they want trend chasers. You want to know why they diluted the music? Because music matters. Because music is dangerous to those who profit off numbness. Because a song with truth can wake the dead. Because melody is memory. Because harmony is healing. Because rhythm is resistance. They knew something many of us forgot. Music is power. And when used right, it can set people free. Not just emotionally, mentally, spiritually, even politically. Music was once the heartbeat of revolution, the soundtrack of social change, the anthem of awakening. They couldn't let that live. So they fed us poison with a beat. And now, we're flooded with sound but starved of substance. Most mainstream music doesn't speak to your soul. It doesn't open you. It distracts you. It numbs you. It loops hooks until your brain submits. It glorifies the shallow. It sells pain as pleasure. It masks trauma as trend. Where's the message? Where's the movement? Where's the healing? Even love songs sound toxic now. Even joy sounds synthetic. You want to know the real reason they killed soul music? Because soul music reminded you that you had a soul. It reminded you that you were more than what you owned, wore, or posted. It reminded you that you came from something sacred. And if you remember that, you're harder to control. See, this isn't just about entertainment. It's about programming. And music was one of the most effective programming tools we had left that could actually liberate us. So they hijacked it, corrupted it, repurposed it, and sold us our own amnesia. But all is not lost. Because the spirit of real music can't be killed, only buried. And the thing about seeds is, they bloom again, even in concrete. There are artists right now making music with meaning. They might not be on the radio, but they're in the trenches, telling stories, stirring hearts, soundtracking the healing. You can feel it coming back. People are tired of noise. They're craving soul, craving story, craving something real. And that's how the shift begins. one note at a time. So ask yourself, when was the last time music made you cry? Made you breathe deeper? Made you want to change something in your life? If you miss that kind of music, it's because your soul remembers. And maybe it's time to stop waiting on the industry and start listening to the artists who never sold out. The artists who still serve the music like it's sacred. Because it is. Music is more than sound. It's a mirror, a medicine, a memory. And the next revolution? It will have a rhythm.